Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on this video. Today is the 28th of May 2020, which means it's the World Annual Menstrual Health Day, and happy Menstrual Health Day for all the ladies out there. This video is purely for ladies. If you're a guy and you've reached this point where you're listening to me, I think it's best you sort of like log off or look for another video at the playlist below, because this is women talk. I'm going to talk to you about menstrual health and specifically how to use a menstrual cup. I have been wanting to try this for a very long time, so I had planned for this and I said I'm going to do a video about this on my first experience on how to use a menstrual cup. I'm going to order it online. I've been looking around for it. I don't find it in many shops, so I don't know if any of you has been able to buy it from any store physically located here in Nairobi. You can leave a comment and tell me where you got it from, but I got it from an online store on Instagram. I will share the link in the description box below. So I'm going to start. Oh wait, I'm going to wait for it to arrive. It's actually on its way. I've been told I'll receive it today or tomorrow morning, and then I can be able to start it off. This is around the same time that I'm expecting to get my period, so I want to be ready and start it on the go. So guys, if you want to know more on how a menstrual cup feels, how to use it and how to insert it, how to remove it, all those questions are answered in this video, so keep watching. So guys, this is a wig. It's actually a wig. In case you find me in different days having different types of hair, don't mind. This is a wig. Underneath it I have my natural hair, so I think you might see me in my natural form. So the cup has just arrived. It was in an envelope that was stapled, and in the envelope was this kitenge bag that had the cup inside. There was no box, there was no seal. Hey guys, now don't mind my position. I'm in so much pain, so I decided to lay down a little bit, but I'm going to shoot in this position if you don't mind. I have my hot water bottle here with me. I filled it up and placed it where it's supposed to be, and took Buscopan Plus for the pains. My cramping can be so intense, and those people who normally lie and tell us after you give birth you'll have no cramps and cramps are gone, that is just a myth, honestly, because for me there's no change. It's still the same. Anyway, I'm on day 2 and on my first day of using the menstrual cup. I've just inserted it and I'd like to share with you the first impression. Now, the first thing before you put the menstrual cup in, you need to make sure that your nails are short. Don't have acrylic nails, because you would need to manipulate the cup in there and make sure it fits right. You need to push it in there, and if you have long nails, you'll scratch yourself or you're going to not be able to manipulate the cup as much. So make sure you have nails that are manageable and clean as well, and have clean hands obviously while you're doing it. Now what I did to the cup, at the brim and where I was using to insert, just around, I applied olive oil to just it's silicone, so just to make the entry a bit smoother. You get what I mean? Yeah, so this thing is not so bad, guys. I don't feel anything actually after I put it in, after it entered, because saying putting it in sounds funny, but after it entered, you guys, it was it just fit right, because it went around the walls. I just made sure that it's opened enough and opened well, so I'm not able to put my fingers in and feel, get through to the walls of the walls of my V. So yeah, so it popped out well and it's doing its job, collecting what it's meant to collect. Sorry guys, this is so gross, but I'm just trying to make fun of the whole situation. So I don't know if I should have sat in a sitting position just so I don't get messes during this process, but I prefer to lay just to see how effective this thing is on the go, because at the end of the day you would not be sitting all day every day, because I'll still sleep with it. I need to see how effective it is when you're laying down. Then also, as backup plan, I made sure I wear my Cortex so that I don't get messes in the process, and I'm able to know how the flow is and how well that cup has sat in me. So guys, I'm going to share with you day 2. First, I'll share with you how day 1 at night, how the whole experience is going to be, because I'm as that sleeper who moves around, let me just end it there. So I don't know how it's going to be, but day 2, I'm going to share with you an update on day 2. Let's see how it's going to go. Getting it out is what I'm fearing. It's in, yes, thank you, but getting it out, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll see guys. This is for all those ladies who are wondering, how is this cup used and how do I get this thing done? I'm doing it for you. I actually decided to experiment for you guys, so that when you want to try and use it, you know what to expect. So see you on the next day, or see you on day 2. So guys, it's 4 hours since I put the cup in. I would like to remove it and see if things have been going right down there or it's not been collecting anything. I understand that it's supposed to stay between 8 to 12 hours in you, but I just can't wait. So it's 4 hours later, it's at night right now at 7 p.m. I'd like to remove it, see if everything is okay, and then I can reinsert it. So I'm going to wash my hands first. Remember, short nails, soap, soap. Wash the nails. I hope I'm doing this thing the right way, because this is the first time I'm doing this, so I don't have experience in doing it, but it's just basic knowledge that you need to have clean hands and clean nails while you're doing this. So I'm going to go off camera and do this, and then I'll give you feedback after I'm done. So guys, here we are. Surprise, it's already cleaned. So it's ready for part 2. And I am going to try and put it back in for the next 4 hours. I think this time I'll extend it like a little bit. Let's see how it goes. So I've shown you how I'm doing it. Pressing it like this. I heard it's called the punch method. The punch insertion method. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, then I put it in like that. Let me do it first and then I'll come share with you my views on this first. So guys, I'm done. Let's talk now. Now, in the 4 hours that I've been having this menstrual cup in me, I have been watching lots of videos about how to have it in, how to insert it and how to remove it and how to work around this cup. So I decided to do a 4-hour interval, and then I'll do 8-hour, and then I'll keep increasing with time, just to see how my flow goes with the size of the cup that I have. So this is what I gathered. Going number 1 and going number 2, you need to know how to do it. Yeah guys, you can imagine staying 8 hours or 12 hours with a cup in you. You have to know how to go about it, otherwise you'd not have a comfortable day. So going number 1, you just have to, for both, you have to know how to control your pelvic muscles, because when you move it too much, the cup sort of drops down with time. That's what I've gathered. I hope that is the case. And also the videos I've been watching, guys have been saying the same thing. So that's what I've gathered in my first 4 hours. And then the first insertion is very uncomfortable, but once you get it in, it's okay. And then you feel like there's something, in you while you're walking, so it becomes sort of like ish. The first time I had put olive oil when I was inserting to get some sort of lubrication when I'm putting it. This second time I've not. I've just done washed it, cleaned it, and then I've just put it in. It's done well. It's not it didn't give me that effect that I was expecting to get without putting the olive oil, so I will not put olive oil again. I don't need it. Another thing is that this removing process, I don't know, I think I need to get the best position to do it, because I've wasted enough time trying to find my way around there to get the cup out of me. So it's not easy, guys. Wow. It's not easy. But other women are doing it and they're able to do it well, and they've given this thing a really positive review, an A+ review. So I'm here to do it as well and see if this thing can work. Because if the only thing that I have learned through the videos is that once you get the gist of it, this thing is a favorite for most women. So why not try and see? So this is the second wear, the second insertion. So I'm going to wait for another 4 hours. I'll go watch a movie or something and have supper, and then just before I get to bed, I change, then I go to bed. And I had told you in my first insertion I had put just as a backup, I'd put Cortex so that in case of anything, things are safe. And guys, let me say this. I was laying down. Remember, I was laying on bed because I was having cramps. So I expected to get mess afterwards. Maybe leakages. Let me say leakages. So I had a backup plan. But guess what? Nothing came out. So I'm like, what? This thing actually works. Let's see overnight how it's going to go, and then I will give you my feedback. I hope you guys are watching, because this thing is, if it works well, it can be the best solution for people who are in the rural areas, for people who are traveling a lot, because you can stay for up to 12 hours with it in you. So if you're traveling, especially if you're using a bus, and you're going to go to these public toilets that are, sometimes you don't get to stop, sometimes you stop one place and then maybe another couple of hours, then you stop, or maybe it's at night, you're sleeping in the process and the car just goes, if you get what I mean. And especially if you're going for long trips, this thing can work. So let me try it, let me give you feedback, and then you can also go ahead and try it. This thing has been in the market for a long time now. Since I was in campus, I've been hearing about it and I've been wanting to try it, just a bit scared. So it's quarantine time, it's time to try new things, and I'm here to do it for you. So see you in my next reveal. Bye. Hi guys, it's day 2. I woke up well. There were no issues, there were no stains. I was able to remove it well. It's day 2. I'm getting out of the house. I'm going to see my folks with my boys. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to leave it for 8 hours, and then I'll see how it goes. So this thing claims that it's meant to stay inside for 12 hours with no leakages. Let's see how it goes. And I'm going to be a bit more active today, and we're going to see if it's going to interfere with how it's going to hold up do its job. So see you guys in the evening. Bye. So guys, it's day 3 of using this cup. Now I was supposed to give you a review or give you feedback on how my day 2 was yesterday when I went to see my folks, but I could not do that because I was running against time, and this whole thing of curfew got me in the house a bit late and a bit disoriented. So I said I'll shoot today morning. So here I am. I'm going to share with you today. I'll share with you how to insert it, how to remove it, and my personal experience in the first 2 days, and now this is the 3rd day. This is actually, I think, the last day for me, according to how I'm seeing the flow going. But when I got there, I figured no, I would rather be doing 4 to 6 hours change. I just prefer that way because I don't want messes. Because this cup, if you look at it, and I'll show you when I'm removing it what I'm talking about, you would rather have it barely full to be able to remove it and avoid messes. But if you want to remove it when it's almost full, it's going to be a bit messy, if you get what I mean. You'd rather have it just at this level, so you can be able to manipulate and remove it easily and have no messes at all. So after 6 hours, I thought I even exceeded, because I thought I was almost filling up the cup. There are 2 folds. There's this fold here, it's called a C fold. You do this, then this, then you form something like this. I hope you see. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you use to insert it, or you can use this method. You do this, press it in completely till the end. It's called forward. I'll write the name of the fold there. So it comes like this, and then now the place for entering becomes small. So you enter it like this. If it's like this, you put it like this, then you insert, then it pops open. So I'm going to illustrate this with a bottle so you get it better. This is a bottle I cut so that I can be able to illustrate better for you guys. So this is the cup. You've already cleaned your cup, you've already boiled your cup. First thing you need to do when you receive your cup, and you know, when you're cleaning and all that, you buy a separate sufuria, a small sufuria. They're being sold in the supermarkets, around the streets, in the market. You can be able to get them. Buy a small sufuria that is just purposely for the cup, and then you'll be boiling your cup when you're sterilizing it. You can use that method, or for 3 minutes, yeah, or 5 minutes. Then you can also use the Milton tablets. I also got to see some vloggers say that you can use Milton tablets and soak it for 10 minutes. So boiling water method is the easiest. It's the least expensive. So use this. Get a sufuria, put this, let it boil, leave it there. Or some people take really hot water that has just boiled, and then they soak it up in a container, then they close, then they start using it. Whichever method you choose, just do your research, but I chose the boiling water method. And then I put my cup inside boiled. I'll show you in a clip. I'll attach a clip for that. And then after that, I just put it upside down. When I went to the shower, I put it upside down for it to drip dry. And then after shower, it had water still, but I wiped it off and put the olive oil as I had explained. But you don't have to do that. With water, it's even better. Fold it like that. Okay. Make sure your hands are clean and you have short nails. As I had explained, it's easier to work with short nails. This is where you're intending to put. This position can be achieved when you put one leg up of your toilet seat or whatever elevated place. Put a leg up, and then you're able to insert it better. There are different ways. You can squat, you can sit on your toilet seat and be able to do that. But it's more comfortable when you put your leg up and one down, I think, for me. So this is what you have. This is what you're working with. So you put it inside here like so. See, still folded. Then it's going to pop open. Are you seeing? Are you seeing, guys? It's gone round the wall of this chupa. Look. Round like that. So this is how it operates. This is how it's intended to operate. Yeah. So this is your area where the menstrual fluid should be dropping down. So you see it's going around the walls like that. So it's, let's say when it's already done and there's already fluid inside and you want to remove, this is what you do. You see till here. Some people choose to leave this out. Some press it in completely so you don't have to see it. So when you want to remove it, you take this finger or this, whichever you like. This is what I use. This is what I put here and the stem. Now these two, I hold this thing here and then I put this here. You get? Then I press. See, I press here so that the vacuum is sort of like released. You get? So when folding here, atakama there's some fluid inside. When it's too much, when you fold, it's going to be messy. So when it's kidogo, it's easier to work with. So when you press like this, you can now pull it down slowly. There'll be no pain when you do this. Pull it out slowly. You don't have to hurry with this process. Pole pole, just pole pole. There you go. Then you get your cup, wash it off, rinse it off, let it drip dry, or you can wipe it off with wet wipes. I hear some people use wet wipes to wipe it off. I don't know. But you just pour in the loo and then you clean your cup. However, the toilet is best because even insertion becomes easier. You can be able to work around that area with sitting down, squatting, nini. It's easier with the toilet, and also disposing of the fluid. But there are some toilets. I remember when I was in campus at Strathmore, there's on ground floor student center, there's this loo that is on the extreme end. But I used to wonder, why there's this loo? Why is it so big? And then it has a sink inside, it has a place to hold. Like you see I also saw that in hospital when I was admitted some time back, that there's this thing that you pull down and hold on to it. I thought it was for handicapped people, not handicapped, but disabled people who are using wheelchairs. And now I know why. I think it was meant for such things. And for Muslims, not Muslims, but there are some of Muslims who normally go into the loo with a bottle of water. Some I even see with cups inside, but they go with water into the loo. So when you're using this cup and you're intending to use it in school or at work, and you're not able to get a place where the sink is inside the toilet and it's in the common area where everyone else is, what you can do is carry a bottle of water in your handbag, or just a bottle of water that is specifically for this purpose. You can just take these small bottles that are normally sold 30 bob with water inside, and you use that. Now this is a reason why I started thinking to myself, hey, I'll never take water from someone's handbag and drink, or just take what I'm seeing someone has and just drink without asking first, because you don't really know what that water is meant for. But yeah, that's a hack. You can get a bottle, put water inside, and that you can use to clean your cup in the toilet in your own private space. So from what I researched and gathered is that this cup is made from medical grade silicone, which is not meant to hold into dirt. So as you're using it, because this thing is meant to stay for up to 10 years, as you're using it, it's very difficult for you to get stained, and then it does not hold on to bacteria, so you are safe from most of these bacteria that are come about with menstruation and using pads and using tampons and so on and so forth. So this is a good thing because it doesn't harbor bacteria. So as you're inserting it, as long as your hands are clean and that you've cleaned this thing well, you are safe from any infections. Just make sure that you practice hygienic practices in the whole process of inserting and removing it, and you'll be safe. Another tip that you need to make sure that you abide by is relaxing. Make sure your pelvic muscles are relaxed so that you're able to do this well. The first insertion is the hardest because you're tense, so it's sort of like very uncomfortably painful sometimes. Well, what I did the first time, I didn't insert it right, so I removed it and put it the right way. The first one was so sort of like painful. Let me not say uncomfortable, it was sort of painful. So this second one was easier because I was able to relax. The more you relax, the easier it becomes for you, and it's easier for you to push it up if you need to push it up. So just relax your muscles. It's not a painful experience at all. Some I had choose to leave this part outside of the floor, of the pelvic floor. Others choose to put the whole thing inside. Some fear that it's going to get lost inside, so they leave this outside. So with time, you can get used to it. And share in the comment section how you've been doing yours if you're using a cup. If you leave this stem outside, some even choose to cut it off so that they don't have to actually deal with this thing hanging out, just the same way as the tampon string normally hangs out. So give me your recommendations and tell me how yours has been if you've been using for a couple of months. Another tip for removing this thing is, and especially when you've put it inside kabisa or if you've cut the stem, is you can use, it's called Kegel exercises to get it down. Let me explain. I did it practically and so it worked. When you are, and even I was told when you're going type 2, number 2, sometimes some can get out. I don't know how true that is unless you've given birth through the normal way. And I don't know how to say it. Oh, you have a smaller kind of cup. They come in sizes. So maybe you have a smaller cup and you have given birth, because I hear there are cups that are meant for people who've given birth the normal way, and some that have are for the rest. So of course, someone who's had a vaginal birth, their canal is sort of like expanded, so this would be a different size for them. So I hear you need to, when you're doing the Kegel exercises, when you want to remove and it's gone in sana, you don't have to stress. Just either push your stomach in and then it's going to come out, or do Kegel exercises and it's going to drop kidogo kidogo. Then you're able to get hold of the stem, and then you can be able to do what I told you. Push kidogo, release the air, then you can be able to pull from chini, pull till you remove the whole thing. For me, I find it better doing that first before I start manipulating my way to get the cup out, so that I don't have to deal with the whole pulling out thing. I tried pulling it out the first time, man, it's painful, Bana. It's painful when you're trying to pull it out without pressing this side, you know, one side of the cup to be able to release of air, because you know this acts like it's sucked in, you know, so when you're trying to pull and there it's a hollow place, sort of like painful. It's like you feel like you're pulling something, you're pulling your parts from in there. So just be careful when you're removing it. Removing this cup is the hardest thing, guys. Inserting is not a problem, removing it is the hardest, because you don't know how to do it, and you reaching it where it is and removing it is not easy. So do Kegel exercises and try and push it out kidogo, push kidogo. As it goes lower and lower and lower, you're able to get hold of this stem, then you're able to push this thing, then manipulate, keep pulling it out, and remove it. That is the best advice I can give you. I don't know if there's anyone who has a better advice. You can share in the comment section below if you've used this cup. You know, the good thing with this cup is that you can stay with it for up to 12 hours. So if you're doing errands in town, you're safe. You don't have to go to a public toilet to go and clean your cup, because it's impossible there. You know how it gets up with these kanjo toilets, and even in a hotel sometimes there's no water, so you're fetching water to pour. So when you're using this cup, just maintain. You can go and remove it later. Just go do your stuff, and then you can be able to clean yourself later if you are not able to access a clean environment to be able to do so. I hope you understand. If you're able to get a clean place, as you're walking around with your bag, carry a bottle of water in your bag, then you can be able to clean yourself, clean up the cup, and you're good to go. And then I had also shared with you guys, if you're an active person and you travel a lot, if you love swimming and you just cannot do it swimming, or if you're going for a vacation and you just started having your menses, this is something you would consider. For me, this is something that I'm going to maintain using because of that. And maybe if you're going for a conference, or you're going to a place where you don't know how the situation is at that area, it's best if you're using if you're in that time of the month, it's best you carry your menstrual cup so you can be able to use it. It's good for different types of environments, as long as you're sure there's a place you can clean yourself. For tampons and pads, it can be a bit tricky because changing it needs to be regular, and if you don't get a place where you can be able to change it regularly, it's going to be uncomfortable and it's going to be very unhygienic and can cause you infections. So this is best because you can stay with it for up to 12 hours in you, and the good thing is it does not come out, it's in there. So it's actually less what's it called, embarrassing, and less, because you know when you're using a pad, you sweat, yeah, when you're moving up and down, and this eliminates that. It's inside of you. So I think I would use this again. I am going to use it again. I'm going to maintain using this, and I'm going to get more of these kinds of products. There are other ones that are better packed, and the others that come with a cup, where not a cup but another container where you can be able to put hot boiling water to soak it in case you're traveling, you're in a hotel or something. You can be able to get, if you have a kettle in your room, or you can ask for hot boiling water, you put this and clean. If there's no access to hot water that you can clean, you can use that to sterilize that container they come with. I'll buy from Amazon, or I'll look around and see if there are people normally have. The tricky bit about these menstrual cups is they're not available in Kenya in plenty. I don't know who sells, by the way. I think it's something that Kenyans have not embraced, so it's not something that is readily available. I looked around a lot for this thing. I even wanted to go to Two Rivers to go and see if I can be able to get it at Carrefour there. If you use these cups and you know where you can be able to find them, please comment below on where we can be able to find alternatives. But the one I got here, I got from an an online store, and the way it was packaged, it was not packaged actually. It was just, I told you, it was just this thing in that kitenge kind of cloth that you close. I have shared in the clip. You'll be able to see that kitenge cloth is just put in there and closed. So you don't want to, you're actually scared when you see it because of the handling, and you're wondering, this thing is going to get inside me, and it's just been put inside there, and you don't know who has handled it. And this corona period, it becomes a bit tricky. So if there are companies out there who have a good package, you know, packaged in a box, clean and nice, so you don't have to worry about someone being touching this thing and then this is what is going to enter you. But besides the that is besides the point. When you get it, make sure you sterilize it first before you use it, okay? So and also I hear there are different shapes and sizes and different ones that have different stems down here, some that can actually be held, like you can actually put your finger through. I don't know, I've seen from the YouTube videos I've watched. Then also I saw this thing has these small holes up here, which I hear is also because of the vacuum thing. These ones, they're supposed to maintain that kind of vacuum in there while you're collecting your fluid. Hopefully I've been able to get most of the questions that people normally ask answered, because I've used it for, this is my 3rd day that I'm using it, and you can tell that the first 3 days are the most intense during your cycle, during your your period. So I've been able to get positive vibes with this thing. So guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and share your experiences on the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe on my channel, and we'll see you in my next vlog.